By the end of this video, you'll know all the ways you can use numerology to get rich like this guy. Maybe not as rich as that guy, but close. As always, please like and subscribe if you want more of this type of content. Firstly, I'm going to explain the criteria for each tier. So S tier will be the least risk that you have to put in. So whether that is putting money actually in to use these techniques, or how sustainable it is. So it's that, and how much influence numerology can have over the outcome. I'm also going to go through each one of these pictures so you know what they actually are. This is timing interviews, so the day that you time an interview. So if you go on the 28th, this is very good, or like the 22nd, very good, or even like the 1st, because it's new beginnings. Here is using numerology to get a raise, promotion, or even resignation. So resignation, you do that on a 9-day, promotion 28th, or a 28 life path day, or an 8-day. I made a numerology calendar that specifically tells you which days are good for resignations and which days are bad. So you have it for the whole of the year. So for example, the 1st of August, this was quite a good day to ask for a promotion. If this is something you're interested in, click the link in the description and you can buy it there. First 50 people get to go on a call with me where I explain more money-making tips using numerology. At the end of the day, it's $28, cheaper than the Five Guys. Then we also have, I guess, marriage timing, but also marriage compatibility, because at the end of the day, this is one of the most important, almost business decisions that you have to do. Because at the end of the day, this is not even just important for men, it's also important for women, because divorce fees are expensive for everyone. So if at least you know if you're compatible with someone numerologically, the chances of you getting a divorce is greatly reduced. And then especially if you use astrology, you get even more insight. Also, I do soulmate readings. So if this is something you're interested in because you're getting married or you're thinking about proposing, click the link in the description and you can get a compatibility reading from moi. Then we have client and business partner chemistry and compatibility. This is important because this directly can impact how much money you're making if you're not compatible with the person. Then we have using numerology for trading. And this is very, very useful because, for example, you can look at the personal year of the company. So let's say it's Google, the personal year of Google, the personal year of the founder. Then if you introduce the astrology, you can look at the astrological time period that they're in and whether that is good financially for them. And that's kind of how you can make trades. Or for example, if they're in their enemy year, you know to short. We have the timing of product launches, and also this covers when you're going to found a company. Again, try and do it on a 28-day. Try and do it in a 28 personal year or like a 1 personal year and stuff like that. Then this is using numerology to gamble. When I mean gamble, I mean more casino, like slots and roulette and all that shit. Using numerology for buying homes, especially if you're in real estate, this is very, very important because you can look at when was a house made in. So if it was made on a 28 life path day, that means this will always be a good house to flip. Conversely, let's say it was founded on a 7-day, then you know shit, there will be a lot of expenses on leaks or breaks or something to do with that, because 7 is the number of injury. This also goes for the same of the door number. If the door number is 28, again, you know this is going to be a good house for resale value. Conversely, the same applies for if the door number is 7. And this is also relevant for people just buying a house in general. This doesn't just have to be for people in real estate as a whole. Numerology for crypto, this is also very, very good because you can look again at, let's say, when was Solana founded, personal years, the founder's personal year, are they in their enemy Chinese zodiac? You can also use astrology for this. This is very, very good. This is more for entrepreneurs, but if you're hiring people, looking at their numerology and seeing if they're compatible with you, the company, and the team as a whole. Using numerology for sports betting, again, this is self-explanatory. you look at the numerology of the players, the team, and the manager. And here is using numerology for the lottery. The S tier ways of using numerology to make money, and it's going to be timing when you go for an interview. I've explained how you do that. Then salary, asking for a promotion or a raise or even a resignation, very, very important and very, very useful and easy. Timing your marriage, so what day you're actually going to get married on, and obviously the compatibility of your partner. Then using it for business partnership compatibility or client compatibility using numerology. An A tier way of using numerology to make loads of money is in the property game. So if you're property flipping or if you're a homeowner, again, I've explained how you can use it. And the reason why it's A tier is because there's loads and loads of gains. The only reason why I didn't put it any higher is because at the end of the day, you do have to invest a lot of money, and all of the S tier things are free. You don't have to spend any money. Another A tier way of using numerology to get rich, S&P 500 or stock trading in general. Now, this is perfect because you don't have to invest loads and loads of money. It's less volatile than crypto, and it's kind of easy to calculate. B tier ways of using numerology to get rich. Crypto, you can do it and it does work. It's just very volatile and there are a lot of variables, but it's still very good. Then using it for releasing a product or founding a brand. This is very, very good. However, there are more impactful ways, and this applies to less people. B tier, again, applies to less people, but this is using numerology to hire people. C tier way of using numerology to get rich is sports betting. Now, it is very good. However, there are just loads of variables and you need to be very good at using numerology. So that's why I put it C tier. D tier is using numerology for the lottery, like saying it's the 28th, I need to buy something for the lottery, like it's stupid. And using it in other avenues of betting. Now, this is like roulette or fucking slot machines, like it's the 28th, I should do slots, or let me put all my money on 28 in the roulette. It's just dumb. This is the tip of the iceberg for using numerology to get rich, because I haven't even spoken about astrology, which is very important, just a bit more complicated, and the other avenues of using this. Also, if you are getting married or you're thinking about proposing soon, I would suggest for you to get a reading from me, compatibility reading, because at the end of the day, there is a lot of money on the line and you might as well not risk it. This is the same with big client deals. If you're having a big client deal worth a lot of money, you might as well just get a numerology reading from me so I can tell you the outcome and also when to time it. If you want to carry on seeing this type of content, please like and subscribe. It helps me a lot and it brings exposure to the channel. So